Let's just keep it a buck. All right.
And we're back with another episode of Keep It a Buck podcast, episode 39.
39. 39.
39. You said
Who you
you
got?
came prepared.
I
didn't
came
come
prepared.
This is the one
I got
didn't
one.
come
And I don't
prepared.
know why this is like such an easy thought for me, but championship Dwight Howard on the Lakers.
All right.
Yep. And honestly, he was a bigger factor for them than people think.
1,000%.
Yeah.
They wouldn't have won without him.
Yo, him,
Well,
JaVale McGee,
Yeah, they
Rondo, like they were all
was
huge
a-
parts
he
of
was a-
LeBron's last championship. So I'm gonna go with number 39, Dwight Howard. That's mine.
And the crazy part is I was talking about this at work. Why? Because he's still on the.
Yo,
He's still out there.
he still can play, bro.
He
He
still
still
can play.
he still can do what you want. He still can rebound and freaking outlet, get putbacks, catch oops. But
They don't want to deal with that off court
hey,
antics of his.
no,
They don't want to deal with that off court
Bro,
antic of his.
he started
man.
talking about growing his own food, and it got quiet for him,
You think it's because of that?
bro. He went on this big thing a couple years ago, and he started talking about like growing his own food, having his own farm and stuff. People don't want you to voice that type of stuff,
Yeah, I can see that.
especially not from one of their professional athletes. So,
I see the case of that.
but yeah, now
That's the case.
my 39 is definitely gonna be Dwight Howard. Shout out him for winning a championship with the Lakers and having like such a big part, but not getting so much praise from it. Big shout out to Dwight Howard. Please, everybody, like, share, and subscribe.
Share and subscribe.
Let's get that done in the beginning. Please like, share, and subscribe. We appreciate everybody that follows us. We are or that subscribes. We are Syndicate Nation. We're a sports network, and we're Keep It a Buck, Sports Academy. So we help athletes stay well-rounded. So with finances, with your mental, business side of the game, all aspects, and we have different athletes and former athletes on our podcast as well. So thank you guys for tuning in, and thank you for all of our subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
All right, cool. Oh, shout outs real quick. First and foremost, shout out to Bank at 12.
Bank at 12.
Always got to do that. Mike
Shout out.
Lordez, you guys are family. We appreciate you guys always. Next shout out, we're going to shout out the New London High School, or the New London Magnet Schools. They're the first full magnet district in the state. So New London Magnet Schools, their cheer team won the Spirit Award this weekend for their cheer competition. So big shout out to them. Big shout out to them. One of the bigger things for that for me is the Spirit Award is gonna be showing like the people who gave like the most obviously like the spirit, pep, and just like all around sportsmanship. So that is big for New London because I think that's some of the things that we need to bring back in order for our programs to be programs. Like we have to do the little things, making sure we're cheering for each other, making sure we're happy playing sports, making sure we're not being malicious towards other teams. So I think that is a great precedent for all of New London, and shout out the cheerleaders for making sure they brought home that award, and shout out them for doing well in the competition as well. So big shout out, and shout out Tati, that is LP's daughter, and Tati Pemberton, that is LP's daughter, and obviously his wife as well. Name obviously drops out of my head right now, but brother, she's the sister of Tayshawn Pemberton, former New London High School basketball player who plays for Assumption now. She was the highest scoring person in all of the ECC. So they had the ECC competition for cheer. She was the highest scoring individual in the whole entire competition. So big shout out to Tati Pemberton, and shout out to the New London High School, or the New London Magnet School cheer team, for just helping us out and showing us how things like really should be done, whether you're winning first place or not. Like you guys brought it, and you guys made sure that everything was like it's supposed to be in sports. Even when you lose, you should still have like good sportsmanship. You should still be like cheering, even if you mess up. That's a part of sports. Part of sports is messing up. You still need to carry on. You still need to make sure that your teammates are up. You still need to make sure your morale is up, and everything will be okay. All right, this is the one thing that I always tell my athletes. you are forever collecting data. Forever collecting data. So whenever something happens, if something goes wrong, cool, we know about it for the next time. So if you harp on it, then it's gonna just take you that much longer to be able to get it. So forever collecting data, y'all. Shout out the New London Magnet cheer team. All right. Next shout out. That was a bit of a long one, but it's well deserved. Next shout out will be Wheezy, and the Wheezy does Monday Night Wings. So big shout out to him. Here at the bank at 12. So they do Monday Night Wings. They do different menus and stuff. Sometime during the summer they're gonna start doing fish. So that's a smooth thing, man. Come catch a basketball game on here. They put the basketball games and other games on here. So come catch a drink. Come. Again, it's a nice spot. So come in here and enjoy yourself. Again, Monday nights, come pull up. All right, cool. Mm-hmm. Anything for Keep It a Buck section for today?
Nah, I kind of blanked out just now. I did have one, but I kind of blanked out.
Okay.
Nah, I ain't got that.
All right. Just for my Keep It a Buck session, I'm gonna just go and just let y'all know that I'm gonna stay away from these New London topics. I probably y'all got it. Y'all got it. Y'all can have the people who report on New London stuff. Y'all can have that. Y'all can have that. Please watch ZPTV. He gives all the reporting. That's Jamar McClellan. He gives all the reporting on ECC basketball. And TB860 is another one who streams live ECC basketball. So tune into them. I promise. I ain't gonna say I promise, but I'm gonna stay away from the New London stuff because people got a little bit frustrated with some of the things I said. But hey, you could take it out of context if you want. I was only uplifting players. I didn't say anything negative about anybody. So
I ain't gonna say I ain't gonna use the actual explicitive because we trying to keep it PG a little bit. But we have to stop this, man. Because social media, yes, we run our clips through AI. So and then we are in control of what we send out. But at the same time, if you did not watch that whole section and just pick apart that, you would think we just picking on one kid.
Yep.
I mean, bigging up one kid. You ran down the whole list before you even got to that. I watched the whole segment again just to check, you know what I'm saying? Like to see what, because I can't speak on it because I'm not from here. I only can speak to a little bit things of kids I know, things of that sorts. But why can't you, especially you are more connected to the youth than most of these people. Most of the people who criticize in this situation, you are the most person that's connected to. Number one. Number two, you won state. Wasn't that y'all the last team that won state?
The last boys team to win
the
state.
last boys team to win state in basketball. Who else to speak about it than you as far as youth coming up? Who else would want to be talking about it besides a person who went through it all? I don't get it. I would want to hear from that person. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I think you should continue. This is my personal opinion. I think you should continue. Fuck what is being said and what's going on. Because I know you got your post on what's going on in New London. I call him Mr. New London because he does have the post. Yeah, stand on that shit. I feel it. Hey, no, let's correct that because you do stand on that.
I'm
shit.
stand on
I'm about
it
to
no
say
matter
you
what.
stand on it.
I'm gonna stand on it no matter what.
Say, yeah.
People
So,
just not coming to
yeah,
talk to
but
me. I ain't got no problem
I
with it.
just think the small town situation and things that need to be said, it needs to die out because it's just like, yo, I'm offering what I see on what I feel like, and it's coming from a great place, and you speak it positively. It's positive situations. That's it. How can we turn a positive situation into a negative? That's the suck part. That's the corny part about it all. Cause I was a little bit in the mix of what's going on. And it's just like, yo, it was a positive thing. I don't know who could turn it into a negative thing. That's on them. You can't speak to a character on a person who's turning it into a negative. So I personally feel like keep going.
Yeah,
Fuck it. This is what we here for.
We gotta see. We gotta stick with the positivity.
Especially on things that we know. Well, I ain't gonna say I know. he knows. So I'm just like that on that fact. But to each his own. You able to do what you want to do, but
and that's the thing. I'm always open to any discussions. Always. I have like most of y'all. I've had the same number since 6th grade. So if you've had my number before, you still have my number. That's all. So like, I'm open to any discussions. Anybody that wants to talk, you let me know. And let's get into sports for the day. Again, big shout out New London. Shout out New London. Shout out the ECC. Shout out New London County. We got 2 teams ranked in the top 10 for our boys. New London's number 8 seed right now in the state, and St. Burns is number 4 seed in the state. Shout out to them. I almost forgot that one. Big shout out to both of those teams. And shout out the like Jamar likes to call them, the Willie girls. Shout out them. They are ranked. They cracked the top 10 in the state. And they're number 9 in the state right now for the girls team. So shout out them.
London's ranked number 9?
No,
girls?
the Willimantic girls.
Oh, the Willimantic girls.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, the Willie girls. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
They're good. But I gotta. And honestly, I think I know what rubs people wrong. Rubs people wrong about like my takes. I give bold takes. I give very bold takes. So I'll go and say somebody's the best. And when somebody says somebody is the best, it's very easy to be like, no, this person, or like this is the reason why. So I feel like that's what does it. But I got a bold take for y'all. It is from New London. I know I said I wasn't, but I don't care. I'm back. Coop told me to be back, so I'm back.
That's what I'm talking
Let's
about,
go.
baby. That's what I'm talking about, man. Fuck that shit, man.
Millsap's gonna win a championship this year.
That's a motherfucker.
Yep, that's a bold one. Millsaps is going. The girls team is starting to click, and they're starting to like distribute the ball more and be more of a team and more of a family. They gonna run the table.
Shout out to my motherfucking brother Weezy, man.
Shout out.
Yeah.
Shout out my boy Josh.
Yeah,
man.
baby.
That's definitely for
baby.
you, bro. But
yeah.
I see a lot from. I love the way those girls are playing right now. Love the way they're playing right now, and they're leading with defense. So shout out to them, and I think they'll run the table this year. And honestly, this might be the first time ever that the boys and the girls win it in the same year.
Y'all on y'all UConn shit?
And yo, that's another bold statement. I got UConn on right now. That's another bold statement. This might be another year that the boys and the girls win it for UConn too. So don't let the boys and the girls win it for UConn and the boys and the girls win it for New London, because I promise y'all, honestly, I don't even know what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna let y'all know.
Was you was in school when both won, right?
Bro, I was in school. That's where I got this from.
Nah, the boys maybe, the girls. This shit is deep.
What
the girls? You got UCLA.
What
you
UConn?
USC,
don't say nothing about.
Have Notre Dame.
First of all, South Carolina was supposed to be them.
I know they beat
and
this shit
UConn
out.
just
they
punched on them with having their full roster.
They did.
Let UConn have their full roster again,
did.
and people just keep proving to me too. Again, I forgot this girl's name already, but people keep telling me number 21. You see number 21 for UConn? You see number? I tried to tell y'all.
You heard it here first.
I tried to tell y'all. I went to a game. Shout out Jason Pelham again, and he showed like I saw BU play UConn. 21. I'm telling y'all, UConn, that she's the one. And honestly, she was one of the reasons why they had a easy game. They had to she was on the scouting report to be taken out the game. So they were like over helping on her, over helping on Paige, and then the other girl was able to go off. The other scorer, the other guard that's usually her. Can't think of her name right now. That's my fault. I don't cover college basketball, women's enough. Honestly, college basketball, period, I don't cover that enough. But, yeah. I think his name's AZ Fudd. I think it's AZ Fudd. Yeah. But, yeah, she went off. And, yeah, that just shows that how important this freshman is.
I know the bracket is such a crazy time. Anybody could drop ones and twos and shit like that. This shit looks stacked.
What, they side?
I'm just saying the girls, man. The girls, Notre Dame number 1, Texas number 2, UCLA number 3, USC number 4. Then you got UConn. You still got to worry about South Carolina, LSU.
Yeah, UConn and UConn.
Yo,
2 UConn championships. I'm calling it right now.
That's nuts. You heard it here first, I guess.
2
I can't. That's hard for me to say yeah to that. For the girls. And I'm a UConn fan. Me personally,
Bro,
I'm
I'm
a
telling
UConn
you,
fan. I've always been a
they
UConn fan.
punched South Carolina.
They did.
Punched them
They did.
because they had their full roster. They haven't had their full roster for
One
most
of
of
the
the
best
year.
coaches in the league.
Like, literally, and those are the two most winning coaches in like
Yeah.
as of recent.
Yes.
As of recent,
Yes.
Dawn Staley
I
been
love Dawn.
killing it.
I
And
love
then
Dawn.
Gino, obviously,
Gino's
you don't got to say
yeah.
nothing about
Yeah,
Gino.
you
I'm
ain't
sorry.
gotta say
If you
nothing
don't
about
know
that, bro.
about Gino, you better go look him up. But like, dog, I shouldn't have
If
to
you
say
don't know
anything about Gino. But like, dog,
If you
yeah.
don't know Gino's, we can't talk about girls
yeah, no, yeah,
college
Yeah,
basketball.
you gotta go do some research first. If you
we
don't
talk
know
about old
Gino.
and young. If
Yo.
you don't mention that man, if you don't mention Gino as
I
a
don't
coach,
care what
so,
era you was in.
yeah.
But yeah, all right, bet. Let's get into full sports for the day. We
Damn,
honestly
that's
started
crazy. I was
sports.
about to say
but-
we didn't even start sports yet for real, but yeah, let's get it.
All right, let's go. We got LeBron and Luka update. Let's start with that. Just like a couple days ago, LeBron and Luka played the Hornets. I think it was last night. They played the
It
Hornets.
was last night.
Today is Thursday.
Today's
By the
Thursday.
way,
We drop on Sundays.
Yep, today's Thursday, February 20th.
We back on schedule, people.
Finally. But yeah, today's Thursday, February 20th. Just yesterday, the Hornets played the Lakers. Very close game, but it was a scene that was kind of like the championship game against the Celtics for Luka. So they were pretty much just picking on Luka. LaMelo Ball and then Miles Bridges. LaMelo had 20-something, high 20s. Miles Bridges had mid-20s, and they were just picking on him. And then the last, like, pretty much deciding play of the game, LaMelo has Luka in an ISO and goes by him. LeBron helps over, and LeBron, in my opinion, steps into good space. But Luka has to finish the help, so LaMelo has nowhere to go. LaMelo goes back into Luka's space to where he's supposed to be on the defense and ends up finishing at the rack. Bro, he's there. LeBron literally came there to help you. All you had to do was just seal. That's not acceptable, and that's not going to win them a championship. They're going to have close games all year, but the Lakers' brand of basketball right now is defense-oriented. They're not going to win anything if their brand of basketball, if Luka doesn't play defense, in my opinion. Like, obviously, they'll win games. It's an 82-game season, but they're not going to win a championship if Luka's defense is like that.
It's nothing else. You can't have 40-year-old LeBron, he is willing to do defense. We can't say LeBron can't play defense. If that time comes, LeBron, he will show up.
He did last night.
You're not gonna say, yeah, let's ISO LeBron. In the finals. So you're not gonna just come out and say that shit. So
that's a fact. Bro. I never
willing.
thought about that shit like that. That's a fact.
He's a willing defender, which a lot of people want him to show up. He's 40 fucking years old, so we gotta kind of
and still has to carry the boatload of the scoring
on off. Yeah, so
always.
Hopefully that will allow his defense to increase because he don't have to be the primary ball handler now. We got a little LeBron up there, what they call him. I don't know if they call him that, but he almost got the same style of play besides the athleticism.
Yeah, you can take out LeBron's athleticism and give Luka a little bit more 3-point shooting.
Yeah, so I think it's still to grow. You got to think like Luka came from not wanting to play defense at all.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta give and take. I know it's a bad loss to Charlotte, and it was at the arena. So you gotta give and take at this point. It's gonna be that's like the fourth game together,
and he just
Third
coming
game,
back
yeah.
off injury.
Yeah, so like
he was out for a little bit
give
too.
it some time. Let him get his weight down, cause LeBron is on his ass. Look, man, you're gonna have to get on my weight treatment. We gonna have to.
I mean, but at the same time, it's hard to tell the person who's the face of the franchise that you got to do this. So I feel like if Luka's willing to, LeBron can't. First of all, Luka's there to be that guy. So LeBron's not that guy for them anymore. I will put not to say like actual basketball wise he is.
Yes.
For the franchise and for marketing and for business, that's why Luka's the guy.
Yeah, I could push back a little bit on that. You're 1,000% right. That's how. But they failed in trying to do that before by trying to make AD the face. afterward.
But it's an actual face though. AD.
But nah, he's an
Luka's an actual
international.
face.
He's an international. That's why I
Yeah.
say I can't really say nothing. All I can say is they tried to make somebody else that besides LeBron. So, but I will agree. I will agree. He is the face of the LA Lakers right now, international star.
But if he does buy in though, that's spooky. Cause I saw a few clips of them playing together, and it's exactly what I said. LeBron got the ball, comes down, sucks everybody into the paint, pause, and then kicks out to Luka. Luka drives, and the lane's wide open. He ends up throwing a oop, and he threw a oop to Jackson Hayes.
Jackson Hayes been
that's exactly what I described, bro. That's why I think it'll be so, and it looked good, bro. Luka just got to play defense. You cannot, bro. They said that Miles Bridges and LaMelo Ball, like I said before, was picking on him. Just pretty much, all right, whoever he's guarding, that's who's gonna get the ball, and that's who's gonna go, bro. They had like 25 and 26, bro. He had 50 combined points on him. He had 50, and that's just from those two. Who knows who else was switched on and got abused by?
Yeah.
But that's 50 points on him. If you cut that even in half, bro, like you getting half of those stops, bro, that's a 25-point win for you guys.
I think, to be honest, I think he's going to buy in due to the storyline of what happened to him in Dallas.
I think so too.
No superstar that we have probably never seen this on a legit face of a franchise
getting shipped
traded at their young career. So if that doesn't light a fire on you, either you just gotta quit basketball or you gonna go hard. Either one. You're not gonna just say I'm good. Cause let's get this straight. Luka's not a fucking bust at all. He made the finals. You know what I'm saying? Like, but he got exposed in the finals, but he made the finals. He's not a bust.
Exactly.
By far. And he's only 25. So, and he's been playing professionally since what? 15?
I was about to say 15,
14.
16.
Yeah, around there. So, yeah, I think this is gonna light something under him. I think they're about to make a real good push, which I do not like because I gotta probably hear your mouth. They might make a real push for Western Conference Finals. I would say Western Conference Finals. I can't say.
I like it, bro.
Western
I really
Conference
do
Finals.
like it because they're, again, even before he got there, they were sitting there floating in the 5th seed. So it's not like they.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's not like they got to catch up.
Yeah, 1,000%. So.
And LeBron and Luka in the playoffs, I don't care what seed they are.
Yeah, that's
I really
something
don't. I
that's
don't.
dangerous. It's dangerous. It's dangerous.
All right, so you got any more takes on that?
On the game? On that game?
Yeah, on the game.
On
just LeBron and Luka. How
I
you
got
think
something
they'll
else for
develop?
later. Go ahead.
You are funny. All right, y'all. We got an All-Star game recap. There was a lot of critiques about this All-Star game. I know that there was a stat that there was more advertisements and more just like overall antics about the game than actual playing time of the game. I heard like the
3 hours.
3
hours.
Like 3
40
hours
minutes of the game played, 3 hours of all action shit.
Yep. So I will speak. I'll start by speaking to that from the NBA side. I know the NBA is trying to scoop up extra bread, like all those like extra like antics and stuff. I know like it seems weird, but a lot of those things are advertisements, and those advertisers pay big money to be in those spots. So the more advertisers they get, the more revenue the NBA gets for the All-Star weekend. So that's a big part of it. Honestly, I feel like that's the biggest part of it. The NBA know they've been losing out because they've been trying to find where exactly they're going to put themselves. But now that they got the Amazon deal, that helps them like find out exactly where they're going to be. But I know merchandise, all that shit has been dwindling because how can you watch your favorite team consistently? You can't. You can't. So I feel like they were trying to make up on the back end side of business and be like, okay, well, we know people like to advertise in places like this, kind of like the Super Bowl. So let's make sure we run up our advertising dollars so we can use that money to be able to reinvest back into the NBA. So that's just my take on why there was so much other stuff that wasn't basketball during that game.
Here's my problem, and it's to what you always say. These people are
the format
business.
wasn't bad though. My fault.
The format, it wasn't. It wasn't. But that's the problem. It wasn't, and y'all still.
Yeah, still fucking.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all
Like,
still
that's what I'm
dropped the
saying.
ball.
But it goes against what you said. Like you, it's a business. It's a weekend. You have to show your face and things like that. And it's a business, and you don't want to hurt yourself and things like that to protect your business because your body is your business. But come on, man. And I know you speak of business all the time, like, yo, we can't get mad at these. These are $1 million businesses, each moving. And I'm like, but come on, how is that enjoyable? Y'all, you know what I'm saying? And I heard Stephen A. say this. This is selfish of the players now.
What? What did the players do this time?
Because they don't care because they're going to get their money either way.
But how is it?
Let me finish. They're going to get their money. With the past, like Jordan and everything, they was getting paid a little bit of money, maximum effort for them to build a league to whereas KD and everybody can live in. Right now, it's dwindling. It is the business is dwindling. Like he's even showed a stat that's saying, players were supposed to get a share of advertisement from it was at 56%. It dropped to 50% now. Because what's going on.
Yep.
In part to what's going on. So right now, they're not going to see the effect of this, though. It's going to be the players that's 20 years from now be like, hey, your players, that's what they did. Mm-hmm. So that's hurting the future.
But at the same time, it's just like, yes, it's hurting. It's hurting. Honestly, it's not, though.
If it's dwindling, how's it not?
If it's dwindling, it's because of the NBA. It's not because you get so listen. Think about it like this: you come into Microsoft, $1 billion company,
yeah,
right? You come in there, they're not going in. If they put it out into the public, they might try, but they're not gonna blame everything that happens business-wise on the employees. It's gonna be on the CEO.
I think those are two different. I get where you're going
because everything is marketing
much.
though.
But it's too much. You could say that employees. Yes, these are employees, but these are not regular employees. These are the people that's supplying.
These are employees that have been. These are employees that have been worked like slaves for years. Worked like slaves, bro. Do you understand what these like? And I understand everybody sees all the this person's in Miami.
Yeah.
He's in
it took a lot to get
he's
there.
in Jamaica. He's doing this. He got this big ass house. Bro, just the lifting and the working out, those things that they have to do consistently and be disciplined with.
Mm-hmm.
Those just the bare minimum. But then you got everything else too, bro. Like they have to do a lot and they have a lot that comes with them.
I get that part. But I feel like we as fans are not asking for act like it's a Game 7 final. We are just asking a little bit of effort.
But that's
a little bit.
But
like
that's on the NBA
bit.
though.
How's that on the NBA?
Because you can't make how do you get players to play harder?
Pay them more money?
Thank you. You don't think they have the effing money? It's the NBA. They're $1 billion industry, and these athletes are getting scraps of $1 billion industry. This is what I'm saying. You want these athletes to play harder? You pay them more money. You know that's what they play. You know that's what they play harder for. That's a bad thing. You cannot be like, all right, bet, I know I'm underpaying y'all for what I'm getting, but let's still make sure you guys have to carry the marketing and the business, not the business side, but the marketing of all of this, even though we have a whole marketing department. Mm-hmm. They're there to play. They're not there to market your league. They're not there to be there. But they're not your marketing department. That's what they're trying to turn LeBron into.
Yeah.
That's why LeBron had the whole thing about like, this is our league, or this Christmas Day is our day. Yeah. Even though the NFL shattered their freaking stats on that day. LeBron James still did this for the league. And this is what I'm saying, bro. Like LeBron went and freaking didn't play in the All-Star game and sat out last minute for the league.
What you mean for the league? They didn't know that.
Perfect. I'm glad we could bring this up on
They
here
said
too.
they didn't know that.
Let me bring this up, and I'm gonna tell you why he did it for the league. And shout out Pat Bev and Pat Bev's podcast, because Pat Bev brought this on point up. If LeBron sits out of the NBA All-Star game, does viewership go down?
I believe so. Yes.
So if he
Yes.
tells everybody a week prior that he's not going to be in there, and they substitute somebody like Norman Powell,
Heard that.
which
Okay.
Norman Powell is a very good basketball player.
But we talking
But
about LeBron.
branding, marketing, bringing money in, making sure people are watching from home. That would hurt the NBA All-Star game by knowing that LeBron would not be in it. So I agree with Patrick Beverley.
And that's I don't know. That's a catch-22 in effect because it's just like now LeBron always getting taking his, but now you looking like his brand. Now his brand most likely could take a bag rep hit. Now just because of that, just because y'all making me go out there. I mean, he's making a lot of money.
But that's what I'm saying though. So it's like, yo, everybody's pointing the finger at the athletes, or not everybody, but you have analysts. Again, they're paid by the NBA, so the analysts are paid to point the finger at the athlete. So they would like, why would you pay? Why would you point the finger at the person who's paying
came
you?
out and said that he didn't know, but he's supposed to.
But
I get what your point is.
But
he's
again,
supposed to if that's
why.
the case.
Why would I point the finger at somebody? Yeah, So exactly. So Adam Silver doesn't know. Adam Silver is supposed to claim he doesn't know.
Yes.
Because it's like, okay, then it doesn't seem like I'm duping the NBA fans.
And then you're a piece of shit if you allow that to go on.
Right.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? And LeBron, yeah, you might say, yo, LeBron, I got you on the extra right here. Take this hit. So it might be, yo, LeBron be like, I've been taking hits all my life. You want me to take these couple?
For this?
If that's the case, I've been doing this for free for all my life right now, so I'll take it.
Just to make sure my brand stay up. Like, come on, bro.
Yeah, so if that's the case, cool. If that's the case, that's some piece of shit stuff for the NBA as far as for Adam Silver's side of the NBA, not the NBA PA.
Yo,
but that's a piece of shit right there.
Business is business, man.
I get it, but that's it's corny in the fact that you're trying to save your brand, and it still came out suck.
Yep.
I
like the format.
The format is not bad. A lot of people have a problem with the rookies going in there.
Yes, I don't like that. I don't like that.
A lot of people say, and I heard somebody say,
I like the Euro thing.
The Euro thing, yes. There's two things. Somebody said, yo, instead of having the rookies, that class, go with snubs. People, the NBA, the All-Star snubs.
I like that idea.
But
also, it's kind of like, how can you put them a part of All-Star Weekend if they didn't get voted on the All-Star Weekend? I
mean, you just go down the line of because these kids.
But how would that be like? How would that be determined? Because you're supposed to get like a certain.
If you
amount of
know that
paper.
this format is going for that format right there to get in snubs, then it should be a committee that say, "Yo, these are snubs." And but honestly, I mean, you can't go down the line. You can't be ranked number 20 and talk about, "Yo, I got snubbed." Like, no, you way too down the line. You didn't play that well. You know what I'm saying? Come on, Melo's, is looking at a snub.
People would have loved to see him play in that
Young,
All-Star
you think
game.
Trae Young and Melo on the same team wouldn't want to beat the shit out of?
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So
Trae Young made they voted him in though.
Trey?
Yeah, he played.
But that
after
was somebody dropped out.
Yeah.
And somebody said Euro against USA.
I like that because
they said
I like that shit.
Europe or Canada and all these other places making a tournament style because they want to whoop our ass. Mm-hmm. International play want to whoop our ass.
Yep, get y'all different sides. We can go by continents.
But I heard a pushback. Like I was watching a whole lot. They got pushback. He said, "No, I don't think they would do that because
they would expose those EuroLeague dudes."
You think so?
They would expose those EuroLeague dudes.
I would love to see it.
They would
I would love to see it. But here's the pushback. What if they lose?
You said, what if they lose?
What if USA lose?
Then it would say, and then it would be something for honestly
that loss. And
I would
the
see
brand.
One that is something that I would see happening, right? Yeah. And it's not even because I think that the USA or that I think EuroLeague is better. I see that happening. If they did that, I would see the EuroLeague end up winning eventually to increase the international part of basketball. That's why. But in my opinion, I don't see them. I'm sorry, bro. I don't. You could take 5. You take 5 of the players. You got Luka. You got Luka. You got Jokic. Giannis.
You got a couple here.
They got some other. I don't think Norman Powell's from here either. I think he's another one that is overseas player as well. But they got a few. Jamal Murray's Canada.
Yeah, Canada.
Shai Gilgeous is Canada. But again, bro, like you still you stacking them up.
I mean, Brooks, you know,
Dylan Brooks.
Yeah, you know he want to whip somebody.
He want to. He want to. But like freaking like you still have to. I'm sorry, you still have to match them up against Anthony Edwards, LeBron, Steph. Like, bro, I'm sorry. You could put all those teams together from the international team, and I still don't think they would beat the NBA or like the USA team in a 7-game series.
All fine and dandy, but I'm ready to piss you off.
Oh God. My cup is finished too, so I might curse.
Did you know that G League had an All-Star game?
Did Bronny play?
Not at all. And because he said he didn't want to play. Do you feel like he should?
Let's get one thing straight.
Oh my God.
Let's get one thing
Go
straight.
ahead.
I bring in $50 million in jersey sales.
That's entitlement, man.
And this was early on too.
Entitlement.
This was early in the season, so it might be at 100 by now.
You're entitled.
It might be 100 by now.
That's entitlement.
So again, I'm playing $50 million. I'm getting $50 million in jersey sales. In the actual NBA. And you don't want you mad that I don't want to be a part of All-Star Weekend?
Fuck that shit, man. He should have played.
For what?
What you mean for what? It's gonna big up his brand even more, even though you yeah. But my thing is, you're not your father, and you keep saying you don't want to treat the case as his father. Right now, you need building blocks at this point in time. What
is the G League All-Star Game going to do to help Bronny?
It doesn't. It just shows like, yo, I'm here for the game. I'm here to do the right things. I am a G League player right now. He is. Right or wrong? Yes or no? Are you too big to be?
He's getting NBA minutes.
To play in the All-Star game?
He's getting NBA minutes. He done hit his first 3, and he done scored his first bucket. 2, I done see him score a few more buckets after that.
We're gonna sit here and say,
I saw him hit a step back 3.
So we gonna sit here? He's playing good in NBA minutes?
Honestly, I haven't checked recently.
He's not. He's not. That's the problem.
He's there to develop.
My thing is, people have, paid to see you, paid to do that. You don't think people would love to pay to see you play in the All-Star game in the G League? Because that's where you getting your 30-point games and all that stuff.
This is the thing. This is what you can do when you have leverage.
He should have played.
He's a businessman. He has
fuck
leverage. You cannot say fuck the business if I'm selling $50 million in jersey sales.
LeBron James then. Now I'm going to start calling him LeBron James. You want him to be separate from LeBron James, but get the treatment like LeBron James.
First of all, nobody said a treatment like LeBron James.
The treatment of LeBron James. Like, roll out the red carpet. Yeah, you don't need to do that. Yeah, just go ahead.
Who said roll out the red carpet? You can deny All-Star Weekend if you want to.
Why?
NBA player, if they want to, can deny All-Star Weekend.
He's a rookie.
Okay.
He is a rookie in the G League that's been doing great. People want to see you. Why not? I want to see you on.
Because he probably wants to worry about his development.
What development?
What do you mean?
He still can't develop no matter what. No matter what.
So
again, you're not getting maxed out minutes in the NBA.
So again,
why not say, I'm here. I'm building blocking right now.
So you want him to cater to everybody else and not himself.
I don't want him to cater to anything. Yo, so appreciate for the game for the people who are rooting for you. Yes. All right, cater.
So
yes.
Appreciate.
Yes.
First of all, I'm one of the motherfuckers rooting for him, and I don't see a problem with it.
I see a problem with it because
you're not one of the people rooting for him, and you see. Again, I've been the soul.
Oh yes,
the soul, Bronny,
Cleat,
like person that had Bronny back this whole time on this podcast.
1,000%.
Bro,
1,000%.
trust me.
I will fight you back on this because you know what type of person I am. I talk shit about my own team, and you be like, yo, Coop, are you a real fan? I talk shit about my team, and you know I'm going to support my team.
You support,
I'm
you genuinely support this stance for sports. So I'm not saying that you wrong, bro, but I'm just saying, like, yo, in my opinion, he has the leverage. I'm thinking of just a strictly business standpoint. Why would I play in your All-Star game if I can deny it and I don't want to? Again, that would be helping you guys out more when when I can just work on my development. I'm spending a weekend, fake-ass All-Star weekend with the G League, probably getting drunk, probably freaking a whole bunch of girls and stuff, when I could be in the lab because I know I need to be ready to play NBA minutes. All these G League dudes are not getting real NBA minutes, but Bronny is. So forget the G League All-Star weekend. I need to spend this weekend preparing for my NBA minutes because I sell $50 million in jersey sales. Bronny James.
It could be that could be on the flip side. You talk about your brand, correct? On the flip side of that,
it's the G League. Did you watch the G League All-Star game?
Who, me? I didn't even watch the All-Star game a little bit.
Thank you. So you think somebody that's not watching the All-Star game,
people would have watched it if Bronny would have did it.
People are not watching.
I promise you, if they say, NBA would have been smart.
So that would have helped
pay
out
that man and say,
"Thank you, you got it, you got it." Thank you, Coop. Thank you, Coop.
Damn, I'm trying to piss him
Thank
off.
you, Coop.
I gave him a solution.
Thank you, Coop. Thank you. I'm glad we agree.
I didn't want to agree.
I'm glad we agree. My dog.
I didn't want to agree.
My dog, Coop.
I didn't want to agree. I can't even argue now because it's the solution is right there. The solution right.
Leverage. You want me to be in this All-Star game? Show me why you want me to be in this All-Star game. But if you want me just to play to increase your views when you know I will increase your views something crazy, why? Leverage.
You wasn't going to use that as an answer.
Leverage.
You wasn't going to use it.
Thank you, Coop. Thank you, Coop. But I've been saying,
I didn't even think about that.
I've been saying leverage the whole time, but you just made my point even though. Thank you. But you made my point perfect.
Dang, man.
Pay him that. You gave the solution to my point.
All right, man. I was trying to piss you off, man. I guess that didn't work out too.
You got me hyped to say thank you. You got me hyped to say thank you.
Because I did look at it like, yo, why is he not doing that? You know, because you don't want to look like LeBron. You are trying to create your own path, so you have to do things a little differently. You could there. I didn't even know there was a G League All-Star game.
Me neither.
I did.
So thank you. You know there's a G League All-Star game because Bronny wasn't playing in it. That's wild. That's wild. So if y'all not giving me a piece of this pie, I'm not playing. That makes perfect sense to me.
Because I'm the one that's going to put butts in the
You're going to bring the most views that they've ever seen in a G League game, in a G League All-Star game ever. You've already brought more views to G League games than they've ever seen. Bro, we're clipping up G League games and getting freaking views because of Bronny. When have we ever gotten clips from freaking G League games?
Next topic.
Leverage. Leverage.
You got that one.
Just like they say, message, leverage.
You got that one, good brother. I saw my own problem. I was trying to. I'm like, you got it. You got it, good brother.
All right, Joe. Let's go. Let's get on to this. This is not like a happy thing, but we definitely got to report on it and send out well wishes. Wemby is out for the remainder of the season.
Yep.
That is not like good for basketball. Not good for the NBA. But hopefully it's good for the future of the NBA because he can be able to work on his health and be able to get him back to being able to play 100% all the time. But definitely prayers to his family, prayers to him, and prayers to his family and prayers to him because he's a business. He's $1 million business. So his family, him, anybody that he hires or employs, my thoughts are just with all you guys, and I'm hoping that this is just something that he can like figure out this year, and they're spending this time to figure this out this year so that he can have a long career like we've all expected him to. Like, yo, we've Everybody's been talking about how good he is. I've been raving about his all defensive team last year and just like him going to like build off of it. He just got Chris Paul, like which is the person who's supposed to give you, the person who gives everybody the ball exactly where they want it. And then he just got De'Aaron Fox to be able to push the tempo and be able to get the ball out his hands a little bit, and be able to draw some in so that he can get more open shots. So I'm really hoping that this is going to be something quick and easy to solve so that he can be able to live out his NBA career, because it's really supposed to be something to see. I love his trajectory, and I just hope that everything is just okay and just keeps going proper, honestly. Yep. Shout out to Wemby. Shout out to San Antonio, and just prayers to him and his family.
Yeah, so what do you see with the Spurs?
I see a drop-off, but not as big as a drop-off as everybody might think, just because of De'Aaron Fox. I think having De'Aaron Fox and Chris Paul on the same team with still having that core of young guys, they have some athletic core young guys that I think will be able to carry the load with Chris Paul and De'Aaron Fox. So I think they won't be bad, but I think they'll obviously miss him. They have no chance at a championship contention without him. And with him and Fox and Chris Paul, they had a chance to get a championship this year.
All right, so you think they don't make the playoffs?
I think they can still make the playoffs without Wemby.
All right, so there is hope for me.
Yeah, for real. In my opinion, there's hope to make the playoffs because, bro, Chris, let's get this one thing straight. Let's go back to this point. Chris Paul made the playoffs with that OKC team who had nobody that you guys can even think of right now. I'm sorry. Like, let's be serious. So, if he could do it with them, and I'm not saying that Chris Paul's like as youthful as he was, but that was still like what some people thought was the ladder of Chris Paul's career.
That's nuts, bro. I thought it was too, and he's still balling out of control.
So definitely, I think that they can still make the playoffs, and I think if they do make the playoffs, that it'll just be a better rebuilding year for Wemby to come back to. You're already a playoff team, and then you're inserting a player that doesn't need to get adjusted to a system. This is the type of player that you can just throw in like LeBron, and he's going to do well and be able to benefit your team. I think that it'll work out. So just prayers up to Wemby, and I think the Spurs will still make the playoffs this year with Chris Paul, Fox, and the remainder of their young guys.
I hope so, man. That, because that is a suck thing that happened.
Because the West, how deep is the West right now? We got the Lakers. Right now, we got, how's Denver right now?
Denver's number 3.
Denver's number 3. The Houston's tough this year. Houston's number 4 right now. They were number 2 and 1 at one point.
Lakers number 5.
Lakers number
Clippers
5.
Number 6.
Mm-hmm.
Minnesota number 7. Dallas number 8. And we got to do 9 and 10 due to the fact of
the play-in.
Yeah, play-in. Sacramento number 9. And your boy.
Sacramento's done for.
Curry. Yeah,
Sacramento's done for.
So you think they can make the play-in?
I think they can make the play-in with that team.
Because Phoenix, we forgetting Phoenix.
Phoenix
is number 11 right now.
I say Phoenix is done. Phoenix is done. They don't even want their players. Their players don't even want to be there. They're talking about as soon as you start talking about shipping KD out, your season's done.
Bill, I think
your
don't
season's
know where
done.
I don't think Bill wants to play there either.
Yeah,
I feel like they wanted to ship him off, but they couldn't.
He's a prime
contract reason.
He's a prime. Nobody's picking up that contract with what little he's been doing. So it's like, it's hard to be like, all right, he got this big of a contract and he's not producing much, to say that he's gonna come here and just produce is kind of tough.
Mm-hmm.
Even though he's Bradley Beal, he probably will just go there and produce, but it's still kind of tough to say that he will without the numbers and without the stats. And honestly, that's a reason for that. Honestly, that's just a reason to get him paid less. For people to get him at a steal. All right. Let's go. We got Shakur Stevenson.
I forgot who he fighting though.
Yeah,
but we don't know too much about the fighter he fighting. They call him it's a nobody. Let's just get. We are casual boxing fans up here. So we are gonna give light. He's about to look it up right now. But this is Shakur's coming off of Shakur's sleeper, literally. Off his last fight A lot of people feel like Shakur is not box office. Shakur is a great defensive fighter, but he just doesn't. He doesn't give that that superstar feel to a boxing match. He's winning by points. He doesn't show knockout power. So a lot of people are looking for him, especially in this type of fight. They looking for some type of excitement to bring on to. And if I'm to be honest, I feel like Tank is looking at this fight to see what's going to be done. If it's another sleeper, and let's get this straight too. Also, Tank did send Shakur a contract. Tank did send Shakur a contract, but it was only on one fight, and Shakur wanted a multi-fight, and he was like, "Nah, I'm not doing a multi-fight with you." So
I say, well, what do you need a multi-fight for? Who the hell?
You're not gonna for the way Tank feel. Tank don't like doing rematches. Tank don't.
First
of
of all,
looking for no rematch.
First of all, let's do your research. Make sure that you prepared for the fight, and we fight.
That's his thing. He fight, but you get box office fights for trilogies and double stuff like that. So, but Tanking with that. Once I fight you, beat you, you out the way. I would like Tank to fight Pitbull again. I would love him to fight Pitbull. This is just
Josh Padley is who he's fighting.
Josh Padley. Shout out to Josh Padley for getting some of the money.
Go get you some chicken, good brother.
Chicken.
For
but
real.
I think they looking at Steven. I think Tank is looking at Steven because Tank is saying this is the last fight with Roach right now. He's saying he's done.
That's his
my
promoter.
cousin did bring up a point to me like a year, 2 years ago. He was like, "Yo, I think I know what Tank is about to do. Tank is about to take off for a year or two, let people gather up these belts, do whatever, and then come in and spank everybody.
Take everything?
Yeah, just take everything. So I mean that could be a possibility.
Bro, that would
nasty.
be some savage shit.
Yeah,
that would be some savage shit.
But there's there's nothing in that weight class that a lot of people saying I want to see. Devin Haney already got washed up by Ryan Garcia. We've seen that happen. Actually, Devin Haney got a fight coming up too. Also,
but also that Haney thing, I really don't like that Haney. Saying that Haney got washed up by Garcia because Garcia was dirty.
That boy was.
I don't like. Yeah, no, I don't like that.
Either he was on coke or he was on something else. Yo. My man was wired. Yo, Ryan was wired, son. My man was wired.
He said it might have not been steroids.
Hey, it's either steroids or he was coked out of his mind, son.
Boy said he was off the sauce.
Yo, and the way he beat the crap out of Haney. Haney looking like Martin off of that episode, son, a little bit. Yo, I was. Let me not. All right, let me stop laughing because
Martin had the lumps on that episode.
If he is. Because, like I said, we have a professional boxer on our panel, and we wouldn't want somebody who he fight is on steroids, and that could threaten your livelihood.
Bro, that's exactly why I said
let me not laugh at that because that's something serious.
But yeah, that's the serious part about it. But also that's why I said like you can't sit here and be like, yo, Ryan Garcia washed Devin Haney or like that. I don't see how that messes up his image. How can that mess up your image if he came up dirty? Fuck that shit, bro. Why can people people say that shit's a loss, bro, if the person was dirty? That doesn't make sense. Cassius literally refused the fight because the person was going to be dirty because he knows how much, like how bad that shit can get. Like that again, like you said, that shit is life-threatening. If I know you could take my life because you're literally on steroids and I know that you can be on a different type of time, why should that be against my record? I ain't coming to the fight dirty.
Yeah, they are looking into it as far as like
they need to take that loss off his record. I don't like that shit and it's not even saying like you was coming from like a malicious standpoint, but people will come up and just like try to dismiss him because he got washed up in a uneven fight.
Yeah, and that's the suck part, man. And it's like this like you gotta think this is a prideful sport. You know, you go mano a mano for skill, strength, mind, toughness, and things like that, and you walk into the arena and into the ring, and that happens. It it did suck that night to even, you know what I'm saying? Like, and then to come to find out he was on steroids and stuff like that. That it is corny. But that's why he's banned from the, boxing right now and stuff like that. I don't know what they doing to his
But they
fight.
was even like
but
they was really like clowning Haney around that time for like trying to get it
1000%.
taken off his record. Like, bro, that's wild. I should not have a loss on my record if this person did not come in with just come in proper. If I come in clean and you don't, that doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
It doesn't make sense why I should have a loss on my record if it's illegal in the sport. It's like going to travel in basketball and the ref calls it, but you still get the bucket.
Nah, yeah.
It's like, yo, the ref, like, yo, boop, travel. But, yo, y'all still going to get that bucket and y'all can still win this game even though he traveled. That literally does not make sense to me.
That's why they call boxing the dirtiest sport in the game.
That doesn't make sense to me.
And my cousin made me realize this shit too. He was like, "Yo, it's a lot of politics." And we're not just talking. We talk about world politics.
Oh yeah,
it's a lot of politics.
Boxing's gonna be basketball is gonna be like one of the first like global sports, but they're trying to make boxing a global sport as well.
So boxing is a global sport already. What you mean by that?
Yes, but they're trying to like interconnect it all.
What do you mean interconnect?
Like make all of it be like just kind of like the NBA, like how the NBA is getting like different parts in different countries and stuff.
Yeah, but that's kind of hard. Turk is trying to do that, trying to make everybody fight each other. But there's too many different, like it's PBC, Top Rank. I forgot the other ones. It's a lot of boxing leagues to whereas they don't fuck with each other.
Yep.
So that's going to be hard.
But that's the thing.
If they do all that together in Turkey, because he got money, he just throws money at everything.
That's what I'm saying. If I'm a business though, and I come from a business standpoint, and I come in and be like, all right, bet, I'm offering up a quarter extra of what your team is worth, and a quarter extra of what the competition of you is worth. And I buy both. Now there's no competition. When you go, and this is the first thing you learn in business law. I think I said this on the podcast before. Colluding is more profitable than competing.
Yeah.
Because if you go like this, like I bet, say we both have the same price for something, and we both say, okay, we're going to keep that same price. Say 500 is the price. Cool, we'll both make that 500 every single time. But if you be like, I bet he's 500, so I'm going to go 450. And then now I got to go 4. And then you got to go 350. Yeah. And then we just keep going down from there. But if we collude and we're on the same price the whole time, then we'll both make more profit. So if a bigger company comes by and takes away the competition, then the profits can go back up.
I can see
boxing.
I can see it in the future, but like now, it couldn't happen. Because Tank ain't trying to hear none of that shit. Because Turk did try to get Tank to fight.
Mm-hmm.
Tank was like, yo, you send me 2 Lambos right now to my front yard, and we maybe could talk.
But that's leverage though.
Yeah, he got Tank.
That's
don't
leverage.
Fuck with Turk at all.
He
Turk
got the leverage.
Tank don't fuck with Turk.
because he knows that boxing right now is probably one of the biggest sports to where you're taking home the biggest percentage of your pie.
And the biggest risk.
Yeah, definitely the biggest risk. Yeah. But to where like it's less of like a chain. So like basketball, you got your coach, you got your GM, you got your owner, you got all that different shit.
Trainers, promotions, maybe.
Thank you. You got your promoter, and then you got the person who is like the person who's putting on the fight. Yeah. That's it. And then you're splitting that. Yeah. So Tank's like, motherfucker, if I'm already big, why would I go under you? Why would I go under you? So Turk's like, well, most of the boxing needs me, but Tank specifically doesn't.
Yeah. So Turk wants him to come over there though, and then Tank said, I don't want to fucking go over there, just because you know what I'm saying? Like he's just seeing everybody being like saying sheep and going there. And being followed by the money and being paid for it.
I was about to say,
just like, Tank is just like,
I got money, I got viewership, I have
I'm the biggest
brand
right now. One of the biggest things is
bro. You say, bro, there's no way you go in and say somebody's nickname like that and you just automatically know who they're talking about.
Yeah, Yeah, Tank is a big draw.
Tank.
And
You don't
that's
even,
what
you don't
he
even
goes
gotta
into
say
the
his.
fight.
Most people don't even know his real name.
Yeah.
You know Tank. You know Tank.
Yeah, you know
And that's a brand in itself.
Javante.
Davis. Yes,
So
we
you know.
we know his
I was
real
gonna say,
name.
but
We
yeah,
do,
but you're right.
still,
You're right.
most people just know him by Tank.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying. So I get it. I mean, I do want him to fight, but I understand he was just like there's no gain for me.
Yeah.
It's only loss right now for me because if I go in to beat Shakur, I was supposed to beat Shakur. I was supposed to, but you know what I'm saying, and that's gonna be his biggest bank of his career.
Mm-hmm.
He, even if he comes with a loss, I get the money, but I'm probably gonna get the same almost. I mean, it's gonna be a make a fight. Let's get that straight. It's gonna be a make a fight. I get a bigger percentage, but if I take a loss, after that, I'm not seeing these bags anymore. So I'm taking a bigger risk. That's why fighters who's
brand is built
on
off
the A side be trying to get more of the percentage because I'm the draw.
Well,
right now, fucking Crawford doesn't care about being on the B side because he know Canelo got that bag. So you could take that A side, but this B side, I love Crawford. So I just like his man. Crawford and Tank don't like each other at all. But Crawford, I love the fact that he was just saying, yo, this is a money grab. This is life-changing money.
Yeah, like, yo,
He's
bro.
so straight up. Usually fighters don't go into just like, yeah, they was like, nah, I just want to be the best. He's like, this is a money grab.
Yo, shout out Earn Your Leisure, and shout out Ian Dunlap, shout out Troy and Rashad, because they say this all the time. You don't have to be number one to make money. They say this about stocks. They say this about businesses all the time. You don't have to be the top and be number one to make money. You can be number two and still make a boatload of money. You can be number two and make a boatload of money and still make way more money than anybody talking about you, about being number two. So it's okay. That's like, in my opinion, that's Terrence Crawford.
That's what I'm saying. But let's bring up my guy. There's another Davis coming up. 12-0, baby. Keyshawn Davis, man. He just had a fight last weekend, knockout. Some Ukrainian dude, I forgot his name, took his belt. He got his belt now. So he called out Davis like 2 fights ago. Davis blew it off. Was like, whatever, man. But now he's kind of shifting gears, and now he wants Shakur Stevenson. He said now he said he want to probably move down in the class and fight Shakur, take out Shakur, maybe want to fight a Haney. He's trying to get the bigger names now. He, what I'm saying, he got the belt, he wants the bigger names. You got to reach high for Tank. I'm sorry, man. I've been said this. I want him to fight more fights, more bigger names to get the Tank. You shouldn't be able to get the Tank now. No, you gotta have some type of draw.
It's like Mortal Kombat. You gotta get through the lower ranks so that you can get up to the boss.
Yeah, man. So shouts out to Keyshawn Davis. Shout out to Norfolk, Virginia, man. Shout out to y'all, man. To having a championship right now, it means a lot to the city. I like him. My cousin, who's the boxing fan that I talked to, Cass is who I talked to, they just want more from him. So
what do you mean more?
They feel like the opponents that's given to him is lackluster. He needs a more
like a more box office person, or like a better fighter.
Better fighter.
Okay.
The better opponents. They feel like it's a bunch of no names. Like, what I'm saying, PBC is good. I forgot who he's with. It's Top Rank. No, it's not Top Rank because no, is it PBC or Top Rank? It's one of them. Like my cousin explained, he was like, yo, once that promotion wants to big you up, they're gonna put fighters in there that you could beat up on, or that you really capable. So this gonna make you look good. So, and that's what they did with Crawford for a while. That's why a lot of people was like, yo, Crawford is good, but he's not fighting nobody. You know what I'm saying? So that was the stance for Crawford for a long time. He's good, but he's not fighting nobody. So my cousin and Cash want him to expand his fighter or his opponent. So I would like to see that too. I hope he does get to fight Shakur. That would be a great fight. I would feel like, but Shakur probably be on that Tank stuff like, yo, why would I step down to fight him when I'm trying to get the Tank?
To Tank.
Yeah. So Yeah, he want to fight Lomachenko. He want to unify the belts. But people are scared. That's why I said boxing is too much politics, man. Nobody want to fight. Make the fight happen, man. And I know there's much more to it. I get it, but just viewership and people just want to see the fights, man. That's it. That's it, man. Heavyweight, like, you know what I'm saying? The biggest fight this year is Canelo and Terence Crawford. I can't wait for that. I already got money on that fight. I already got, and that's September. That's in September, so I can't wait for that fight. So, boxing is looking good right now, especially the month of March. It's looking like some good fights. So, Tank Stevenson, Devin Haney, good fights. So
Cool. All right, that's smooth. All right, let's get into the Ray Nexus for the day. We got stocks and crypto for the day. That's the Ray Nexus. Let's start out with crypto. Bitcoin's still floating around. Under 100,000. Ethereum still floating around like 3,500, and Solana's down under 200, and XRP is floating around like 250 or something like that. Again, I have a lot of faith in the cryptocurrency market for the upcoming years. I'm not sitting here waiting every day looking at it like, oh, did Bitcoin get to 150,000? Did Bitcoin get to 102,000? No. I'm sitting here being patient and dollar cost averaging into different cryptocurrencies that I think will work. Again, make sure you do your research before you invest into anything. But yeah, I'm just dollar cost averaging into different cryptocurrencies. I do Solana, XRP, Bitcoin, and Ethereum. And then I have, for my kids, I have Fetch AI, which has a merger with AGIX to make I forgot the name. It's like super it's super something. But yeah, that's the cryptocurrency market. It's just floating around that 100,000 mark, and it's gonna be like at a bit of a standstill right now while the institutional money is starting to just like come in and pour in. I think that this is a point in time, in my opinion, this is like, I'm being very trying to be very adamant on dollar cost averaging and trying to like heavily dollar cost average at this time, because I think this is just a time for people to fall asleep and not really worry about Bitcoin while a whole lot of other things are going on, and then it's just gonna shoot right back up, in my opinion. So yeah, I'm just dollar cost averaging the greatness. This is not financial advice. Make sure you do your own research and make sure you just do your own research. That's honestly the big thing. Research, earn, invest. So do your research first. Earn your money so you can know where your money's gonna go before you even earn it, and then you invest it. All right. Top stock tip for the day. Make sure you understand time decay when it comes to options trading. So if you put out like an option call for 2026, the closer it gets to that date, the less value the option call is going to be. So you'll lose money as you get closer to the date. Option calls are really for like you knowing that there's going to be like either a good spike, and like puts are for like being there's going to be like a good drawdown. So if you know there's going to be like a big drawdown or a good drawdown, then big drawdown or a good like spike, then you would either place like a put or a call, and then try to like get the try to get like the percentage gain off of that stuff as it increases. But as the time gets closer, so say it's like January 2026, if I bought it in January 2025 and I'm holding it until September, it's going to be tough for me to get my return because I'm getting so close to the date that it's supposed to expire. So that's the big thing. Understand time decay for options trading, and understand momentum. Momentum is big when it comes to the charts and knowing where your stock is headed. I like to look at trends of the momentum more than I like to look at trends of the actual stock chart. So like where the actual like numbers are going up, I like to look at where the momentum's going more, and in my opinion that gives me a better direction on where the stock will go. So that's the top stock tip for the day. Well, I gave y'all 2, and then that's cryptocurrency for the day. Always do your research. Again, I'm gonna always keep saying this, so I can't just say I told y'all to invest into something. Make sure you do your own research. All of this stuff is things that I invest in myself, in rules and tools that I live by. So this is just something that could possibly help you guys out. And if you guys want to do more, you guys can always like DM on the different platforms, or you can join the Ray Nexus, which is a part of Syndicate Nation, in the Discord, and I can answer any question that you want that has to do with stocks, cryptocurrency inside of there. I'll be your own personal stocks and crypto person. All right. That's that for today. You got any advice for the Jits, Coop?
Nope.
Focus on yourself. And I'm really saying to be selfish, and not like the bad part of like being selfish to where like you don't care about anybody else. I'm saying be selfish to where you are concerned about you getting better and not focusing on other people when you should be focusing on points where you can get better. All right. So I think the more that we focus on ourselves, the easier that it is to grow and the easier that it is to learn from lessons. But if we point the finger and blame other people for things that are happening in our lives or situations that happen in our lives, then we don't have the opportunity to learn from it. So just try to be accountable. Be your toughest critic, but at the same time, give yourself the most love, because you're going to have to be your toughest critic. Honestly, people will be your toughest critic for you, but you also have to be your toughest critic so that you don't ignore the critiques that come in from other people and just think that it's hate. All right, so be your toughest critic, but also be the person that's giving yourself the most love, because people are going to be more of a critic than they are going to be types of people that are going to uplift you and give you love, because that's just the type of society that we live in. But, hey, it takes each person showing love and just like showing grace to be able to change the dynamics of what we live in. So that's my advice to the Jits for the day. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. Please, again, like, share, and subscribe to the podcast on YouTube. Again, we are Syndicate Nation Sports Network. We have Keep It a Buck podcast, which is this. Keep It a Buck. Sports Academy. Keep It a Buck Sports Academy. Jeez. And we're a podcast that makes athletes be more well-rounded and just helps them live better lives outside of their sport. Yeah. You got any shout-outs before we leave?
Nope.
All right, yo, that was.
I'll be blank, man.
Hey, man. Honestly,
I'll be talking during the day so much.
It'd be some long days. You talk to kids a lot during the day. You give out advice a lot during the day. So your advice to the Jits be like 5 things that you gave out during the day. Thinking of more advice for you is tough.
That's that. My brain just get like blinked. So I'm like I talk to so much kids and give them so much energy because they need it, man.
They deserve it.
And like you always say, man, you got to give grace to most of these kids. Like, to be honest with you, and I know it's not the right thing, but these kids curse me out, stuff like that. And I personally have to take it with a grain of salt when they talking like that. It's not directed at me. You know what I'm saying? And Jay-Z even said it. I don't know direct quote where he was like, when kids are angry and you just looking at them, then nah, he's just saying and people in general, when you see them and they mad and they want to boast up and say what you looking at, oh, you think I see you, or you think I'm like looking, you know what I'm saying? Like looking. Like, no,
I'm looking really, past you.
Yeah, basically.
That's what he said, too. I'm looking past you.
Yeah, so, but, and these kids, and I won't say I'm looking past you. I'm really want better for you, because you never know what these kids going through when they go home, man. Sometimes school is their solitude, and I don't want to be that person to bring on what they have to go through at home. I mean, I do snap on kids, but it's also in the greater scheme of a balance. To whereas, yes, I am, but you also know I'm a kid. I'm a snap on you, but right at the end of it, I'm gonna talk through it. I'm also gonna give you a reason on why I'm doing this. So And that's the thing with kids nowadays. You know, give reason.
Mm-hmm.
Back when I was a kid, man, it was no reasons.
Mm-hmm.
You do as I say, not as I do, as my mom would say.
Yep.
I like to give reasons to the things I do, and really try to help kids. I got a few kids who started out rough this year. Didn't mess with me, didn't like me, didn't, you know, and they some of my best. And that's like every year. It turns out they be turning out to be some of my best students, man.
They're not used to having people that will hold them accountable and not bend.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, like you know that like I can do more, but you're gonna like bend. You're not gonna bend. So like that initial, that's why most kids usually have not most kids, but like some kids that have like bad attitudes usually have a problem with me when they first meet me, because I'm not gonna bend for you to have a bad attitude, because I know that if I bend, then that's just like a bad habit that you're gonna just stay in, and you're gonna think you can go to the next person and do it, and I'm gonna feel bad because I didn't teach you, when I know damn well that I could have just taught you by just like either giving you a talk or just like showing you that lesson.
Mm-hmm. So it's a lot of. I mean, I won't say lessons. I hope the kids grasp what I'll be telling them. What I tell them every single day. I know they think I talk too much. That's why, you know, sometimes I come in like kind of blink-headed, because through the day I'm giving so much energy into the kids because they truly need it. And that's why we do the podcast too. It's for the youth. You know what I'm saying? It's for the youth. So that's what I like to do, man. I love what I do, and I'm for the youth. That's what I'm here for, man. Because after us, who is it? Who else?
Straight up. Just to piggyback off that, I know we're a little bit over, but can we just, as men in our community, I ain't pointing fingers at nobody, I just want like all of us to give these young boys some grace, because we know that most of them do not have father figures in their lives. I know how important my father was in my life, and even I like steered away from like the path and stuff that I was supposed to be on like for a little bit, and I know how important it was to have something that I knew that I could get back to when I was done doing stupid shit. Mm-hmm. And it was just like, bro, like everybody got their time when they going through stupid stuff and stuff, but having like that central figure, male figure, to be able, and this is for like the young men and honestly for the young women too, for the young men, having that central figure to be like, okay, this is what I'm going to like resort to when shit hits the fan. This is what I'm going to resort to. And just like for a young lady, you need to know how to have somebody, or how somebody should be speaking to you. That's like one of the reasons why we have such a problem with like domestics and like stuff in our communities, because we have like we have a lack of relationships in our community, and we have a lack of people that are staying together, and like a lack of communication, a lack of relationships that communicate. Yeah. Honestly, exactly what both of us said. We have a lack of relationships that communicate healthily. Mm-hmm. So it's tough, and it's something that we got to try to solve as a community. And yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see, man.
So give grace. And again,
grace.
I'm not saying to point the finger. I need to give more grace too, and I'm trying, and I'm moving forward with it. But we all as a community give these young boys grace that don't have guidance, and if you give them grace if they don't have guidance, and then give them guidance as well. Don't point the finger and sit here and talk shit about this young dude if you're not gonna be in his ear trying to help him out and push him in the right direction. Just leave it alone.
Here's my grace, especially with kids, 1,000% with kids, and I do this every single time. I don't give a fuck how a kid treated me the day before. When I step in that building, the next day, you're a new you. I don't know what you did yesterday. I don't know what the hell you did yesterday. You could have did the worst of the worst. I'm stepping in that building like you the greatest kid ever in the world, because kids is going to look at that energy, and most of the time I don't want you near me because I can't get close to people because then they hurt me. Mm-hmm. So you always want to give the kids grace on the next day, man, because that's how they develop to be a better human being. And hopefully they will be able to trickle down to the next person and give that next person grace. Because you know what I'm saying? Because, yo, Mr. Watson, why he, I shouldn't have said my name because I keep telling him I'm a doppelganger. You know what I'm saying? They look at it, you know what I'm saying? I'm never mad the next
You throw
day.
you throw that do-rag on, you a new person.
Yeah, that's why I be no, man, I'm not gonna talk about yeah, the kids be trying to get me. I'm like,
Nope.
So nah, man, just I treat every day like it's a new day. Please, that's how I'll handle it, man. And that's what you should do with a lot of people in just human nature. You know what I'm saying? Just treat every day like it's a new day, man. Forgive and give grace. Now, forgive could be like, yo, you can stay over there. I'm gonna stay over here. We not meant for each other too. That's not give grace and try to reconnect with it. No, you stay over there. I stay over here, and we can deal with each other that way.
We can coexist.
Yeah, we can coexist. That's it. Now, some people is not messed together. Everybody's not messed together. So this is not going for everybody. Say, yeah, give grace. Grace means all right. Your grace is me not saying nothing to you, and you saying over there, and we be able to give that grace. You go about your day.
Exactly. Grace is not letting people push you around.
Yeah, there you go.
For real, let's not get that misconstrued,
yeah,
please.
Not a pushover.
Grace does not mean like being pushed around.
Yeah.
Grace is your peace of mind.
Yes.
That's you not responding for your peace of mind and possibly for their health.
Yes. That too. You know what I'm saying? Because
honestly,
that grace, that's what I'm saying. It pays for both. It pays off for both, man.
It does. All right, y'all. When in doubt,
keep it a buck, man.
Keep it a buck, y'all. UConn on the chest today, baby. Big UConn. Big. Honestly, I ain't gonna say that because I ain't no Crip. They really used to say bleed blue at UConn. And still do to this day. But like growing up and just like where I grew up, like I feel weird saying that, bro.
I feel weird
saying that, bro. I've always like felt weird saying that, bro. But all right, my fault. Let's get out of here.
All right, people, man.
Keep it a buck, y'all.
Keep it a buck.